introductory video on the Tree of Life, the series that I am teaching. This is wisdom and understanding and that knowledge that is coming from the streams of the Jewish esoteric writings, precisely the Kabbalah, the oral Torah, writings today, great editions like the one from Daniel Matt, on the Zohar, like a 12-volume series. But this tradition of, like I said, it's the wisdom and knowledge. This is, as I will say, this is the Torah HaSod level. This is a deeply encrypted level of understanding. It is on the quote-unquote is called the mysteries. And I've taught a lot of, like, a lead up to this. But as we get to the Tree of Life, I do want to say it is so exciting to be a part of this movement. Basically, this was a very guarded, centuries, guarded information. But it is time now, because we're in a process of restoration. So from the year 1540 onward, Kabbalah was deemed to be taught publicly, and it has been taught more and more. The whole Hasidic movement actually is an offshoot of this need, this desire, this ruach through the communities of the Jews to teach this information, and part was taught on to many of the Christian camps also. So many times the two have come together and shared this knowledge. Today it is happening again, and this will be the keys to the kingdom that will unlock the spiritual system and bring us back to a time and a place where we can have the power and authority with the understanding that will bring us into the millennial kingdom, as they were able to take on the giants in the land in Joshua's time. So again shall it be. Now, once this knowledge comes out, it is prophesied, and I believe it because it truly understands or explains, and people will be able to understand on a very childlike level how imminent, absolutely imminent, God is, and He is in everything. It will eliminate all war, destruction, and man's inhumanity to his fellow man. This light that is in this knowledge is prophesied to bring the nations together, reunite the two houses of Israel, and bring the Messiah. And I see no reason why it shouldn't continue along that route. They say there's 5 stages to Kabbalah as it is unfolded. See, it is like light, so it's radiating out, and it is going to become out. This is part of what is called the unsealing that the prophet Daniel talks about in his book, and it is promised to come out to all Israel again at the end of the age, just before the final redemption. It is a sign of the redemption. And that's what it says in Daniel. And those who have this level of wisdom and understanding will shine like lights in the firmament. It's going to be a very dark time, so we will be tremendously bright centers of wisdom and knowledge and truth for people to see and to come to. The Zohar, it's unfortunate. You take a book like the Book of Revelation, the Revelation of John in the New Testament. It is within this. It is the same genre of writing, of mystical Jewish writings, of which we get our Kabbalah, which you get the Sod level of understanding. John, the Revelator, was, in my opinion, on a scene. This was his theology. This is his understanding. This is how he knew Yahweh, and was part of that tradition of the Torah HaSod. But unfortunately, what's happened with over 1,900 years of really Gentile control over the narrative, the point of we're coming up with replacement theology, the text, even the New Testament, it has not been properly, rightly divided with a Jewish, a Hebraic understanding of God, of Yod-Heh, Vav-Heh, of the Messiah, of the Torah in general, of the Old Testament, and understanding the different levels of it, like I said, and the Messianic writers. So there is complete case can be made between, like, let's just say a mystical writing like Revelation and the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Kabbalistic text. And what they're telling us, again, is this level, and it's based on, as you'll see in the chart, the Kabbalistic tree of life. This is an incredible diagram that has packed with so much information. So if it's true that creation, the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet, and the 10 Sefiroth, which is what makes up this tree of life, so to speak, made all of creation. So it's a pretty audacious claim, actually. Well, I invite you to come along for the study and to see how deeply encoded and encrypted it is. It's a very exciting journey. And it's the whole idea of the tree of life, because, again, this is so important as we get back to right understanding. There were two trees in the garden. The one that prevails, as we know, is the tree of life. A tree, Hebraically, is an excellent image of what is being described, where you have a multidimensional cosmos of processes and relationships, some seen and some unseen, where you have leaves and branches, you would have fruit, you would have a trunk, you would have systems inside, like in the trunk, that feed all the way up to the outermost branch, all the way down to the roots, where it grabs the nutrients and the water. The whole ecosystem, everything about it is one of the best ways, and this is what has been done, to encode and encrypt tremendous amount of information. And it is kind of sad because, as always happens, this knowledge was kept hidden, but another reason for it is because of the intellectual, Judah has always had, historically, their intellectual property stolen from them, and never giving Yahweh the credit. This is something that's really going to come out more and more. But if you think about it, when we come to the age that we're in, with the restoration of the two houses, with the way knowledge is increasing, as Daniel said, with our translation ability, with these texts coming back, it would only make sense that everything was coming back to aid our ability to piece back a true narrative. And that is exactly what is happening. And this knowledge will go back to the Jews. Our brother Judah has kept their birthright. They have kept this information in the house. And we will applaud them. And I'll be the first to acknowledge that Judah has done well, how do you say it? Well done, good and faithful servant of Yahweh. So on that note, enjoy the series of the Tree of Life. I'll be back with more teachings on it. And I hope you can share it. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to the channel and do a comment and have any questions. I can do my best. So, shalom.